I did not think church was your style, Daywalker.
Actually, it's Eric. Eric Brooks, from Harlem.
I do not have any other name. It is just Hunter.
Really? I thought you'd have some old formal-sounding name like Benedict or Archibald.
Afraid not. I was born a weapon and raised as one. I'm guessing that is why Caretaker chose to just call me Hunter. She did not want to give me the impression I was allowed to be human.
Well, Sarah isn't exactly known for her warm parenting style. Can't say my mentor was much better. He was hard on me too. Wanted to make sure I survived.
You had a mentor?
I wasn't born this cool. Someone had to teach me. His name was Jamal Afari, a vampire hunter. He gave me the name Blade. He used to take me to church on Sundays when I was a kid. Taught me right from wrong.
Well, if it means anything to you, he did a fine job teaching you morality and ethics.
Sometimes I think the difference between taking the high road and slumming it in the gutter is having someone who believes in you enough to lift you up. He could have killed me, you know. And he would have been within his rights to put me down too, but he didn't. Jamal was the first person to look past the fangs and see my humanity. Trained me to control my darkness so I could become the vampire hunter I am today. I guess what I'm saying is, you deserve that same benefit of doubt. You may be a demon child, but I see the human in you winning.
I would like to extend the same sentiment to you, as a friend.
I don't need it, but I'll take it. It's good to have someone keep you in check.
What happened to this Jamal Afari? Do you still keep in touch?
No, I killed him.
Why? What happened?
He asked too many questions. Just kidding. You keep showing me I can trust you, and maybe I'll tell you the whole story someday. But for now, I just want to let you know you're not all bad, Hunter. Just half bad, and that's good enough for me.
Thanks for coming out to meet me.
You wanted to talk?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you a question, if that's all right.
Ask away.
Why are you being so nice to me? I mean, I was your mortal enemy at some point, and I was the one who... you know, with Agatha. Wasn't expecting you, of all people, to warm up to me.
The answer is quite simple. I respect the power you wield.
My power is what seems to be the problem. Not sure if you noticed, but everyone seems to be afraid of me around here. Everyone except for you, that is.
It is better to be feared than to be loved, if one cannot be both.
The Prince was on Stranger's summer reading list. I have to say, I'm not a fan of Machiavelli. He's a little too... I don't know.
Machiavellian?
Basically, yeah. If I have to choose between being feared and loved, I choose loved, even if it means I have no power at all. Anyway, I just wanted to say, thanks for not hating me. Or something along those lines. I'm glad you're here.
You too, Wanda.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Your actions with Wanda really took Lilith down a peg in my eyes. Guess your mom's not that powerful after all.
I took care of that for you. I know magic, right?
Let's do this.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop.
See you around.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Oh, you are gonna love this. How's it going, boss? Don't blink or you'll miss it. What can I say except you're welcome?
I just hope you brought me something interesting. I look forward to researching this artifact further.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Practice makes perfect.
Just give me a target.
Later.
Lilith has had the advantage for far too long.
I have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
You are good at following direction.
Hydra is already experimenting with more of those charges Faustus created. We need to put a stop to their little test.
You've not lost interest.
Just focus on destroying the charges. Hydra has enough warm bodies to overwhelm you eventually.
You were too weak for this fight.
sure you're up for this? Let's settle this.
I am impressed.
Can't seem to lose them.
Your mother abandoned me.
Here we go.
Had your chance to escape.
Nice work. Hydra's upping its game.
By my side.
Is it my turn?
Watch my back.
Now that was something.
Your time has come.
Feel my call. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
I'm gonna get you for that. Where do they keep mining these guys?
Still looking at me.
Return to your mother.
That's one charge down, but not out of the woods yet.
You'll have to excuse me if I don't cower in fear. Target confirmed.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I cannot possibly have it.
Remember you bozos hitting so hard.
Come on over here then. Here's one for ya.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Another Hydra operation foiled. I'll never get tired of hearing that.
heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
Let's get moving.
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice in my head.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
If you haven't already, you should welcome Logan. Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
For less capable people, that sounds far too rigid a way to lead.
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives and the resources to achieve them. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is Hunter. Do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic.
A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
You headed out?
I should leave.
Righteous.
What is this strange growth on the grounds?
While it may seem like some sort of invasive species, the substance we've been calling corruption is actually a physical manifestation of Chthon's dark influence.
How can it continue to spread in his absence?
The ever-resilient Darkhold keeps his ambitions alive, tempting the lost and desperate towards the darkness. With each new follower, his power here is rekindled.
How'd you bring Wanda back? Was it some weird mystical ritual, or was it cognitive recalibration via spirit force trauma? To me, it looked like your soul punched Wanda's soul's face, and she came to. But I also drank way too much coffee this morning.
Aside from all the demons and ghosts, this whole prophet...
Who knows? Maybe if we keep doing whatever it is we're doing, we can get the Dread Maiden on our side too. I shouldn't joke about the Dread Maiden. That thing still gives me the creeps. All this excitement has really got me thinking about forming a team of my own. Spider-Man and his astonishing pals. His stupendous companions. I'm circling it, I know. I thanked you for bringing me back with you, right?
The Caretaker isn't big on the idea of hardwire placed to an arc reactor. As far as I can tell, power here is distributed mostly via... Also, I get to say, hey Hunter, we're trouncing your mom.
Do you ever feel, I don't know, out of place?
What do you mean?
I mean that we're living with the Avengers.
So?
So, I'm the guy who stops bag snatchers and ATM thieves. Each one of them saved the whole world like 5 times, minimum.
From what I hear, New York City is a better place with you in it.
Right, but the whole world is a better place because of the Avengers.
They each had to start somewhere. You started in Queens. Now you are here to save the world.
Huh. I guess you're right. Thanks. I just needed to get that off my chest.
Anytime.
I can't wait till we do this again. hang out, it really doesn't feel like the world is... Nico and Magic never lost hope for Wanda, and that turned out great. I'm going to hang on to some hope that Dr. Banner finds his way back to. My favorite part is when the guy's like, and then totally betrays the hero.